Rolling.
Meg, I brought a special guest in for show and tell this morning.
Okay.
Like you, it's a man with numerous words tattooed on his person.
Oh, wow. I'm not alone.
This is Kat. Morning, Kat.
Good morning.
Kat was born in Romania, but he now lives in New Zealand.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I've been here since I was 11 years old.
He's got many words tattooed on him.
Do you find people stare, and it might not necessarily be staring because you've got a lot of facial tattoos and neck and whatever, they're actually just trying to read your
Yeah,
tats?
I'm trying to read now.
Yeah, so there's old ladies that stop me on the street and ask me what's happening and
Yeah.
why I got these tattoos. And
Yeah, so you've got words like tattooed on your face and your head, and
Yeah.
they're everywhere. You've got freedom on your neck, look within under your right eye, comfort under your left eye.
uncomfort.
Uncomfort.
Oh, the un's at the top of the eyebrow. Oh, what does uncomfort mean?
So when you step out of your comfort zone is when you grow the most.
Right, right.
Yeah, so I'm always trying to be outside my comfort
You've got
zone.
mind games on the back of your head as well, Dom. I know because Kat's
Oh,
looking
right,
at you. There
yeah.
you go.
Mind
On the
games.
back of
Oh,
your head.
yeah, in a big bold font.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
And you've got I love life written on your forehead.
Yeah,
Oh,
that was my latest one.
Oh, really?
couple
Yeah.
of weeks ago.
It's not even like in between the eyebrows. That would annoy me.
It's not centered, it's off to the left.
Yeah, that's what my mum said. I got her on a little chat on YouTube. And she's like, "Oh, this last one is so shitty. It's not even in the middle."
So what does she think about it when you've started getting all these words tattooed on you? Has she been supportive and likes what you're doing, or is she like stop? Or
Yeah, so my father doesn't really talk to me anymore, and my mother, she's accepting it because she has to, but they don't agree with what I do.
Wow, so your
Right.
father doesn't talk to you anymore purely just because of the tattoos that you've put on your face?
I believe so, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, but they're all like nice tattoos.
yeah, I think they're beautiful.
Yeah, I love life, freedom, another beautiful
There's a cute little
day.
there's a
Look
cute-
within.
There's a cute little picture of a penguin by your left eye.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll tell you the story. So when there's a group of penguins and they come to new water, there's one penguin that jumps in the water first to check for predators, and if he doesn't get eaten, then the rest jump in.
Oh wow.
So I'm the first penguin jumping in.
Oh,
Oh, that sounds like a risky position.
that's brave.
I'd quite happily be like a penguin in the middle
I'd
of the
be at the
pack.
back. I'd be right at
That's
the
a
back.
really nice story. You don't want people looking going, oh, he's really into Pingu. You know, like,
So these are the ones we can see. What else have you got that we can't see? Are there other words? Oh yeah, there's a
Oh, he's got his whole chest
Oh my
done.
gosh! Oh my
Wow.
gosh! Look at the king and queen. Is it king and queen? They're kissing. Who's that?
He's dead.
Oh, he's dead.
that's,
oh, right.
Okay.
That's an incredible,
This
like,
is amazing.
tattoo mural you
Yeah,
have.
who
Yeah,
did
it
these
is.
tattoos? They are beautifully done.
Yeah, I'm sure you guys have heard about him, but Steve Butcher.
Oh,
Oh,
Steve.
the mad butcher.
Yeah.
the man butcher's son.
No, so you mentioned that your dad doesn't speak to you anymore, but I've noticed on your right hand there's a tattoo that says "I love you, Dad."
Yeah.
Did you get that while you were still on speaking terms?
Yeah, we were still alright at the time.
Right.
I never said I love you to him,
Right.
so I put it on my arm. just
Sounds
to
like it'd be
show him.
easier just to say it.
Yeah. Sometimes it's hard to talk about things.
Yeah,
So you kind of
okay.
put the words all over you, I guess, in a way.
Yeah, so now I'm trying to spread some awareness to the kids and young generation coming up behind me, trying to show them because they look at gangsters and rappers and they think they're cool.
Yeah.
So now with all these words, when I talk, they want to listen, and then I spread them some good messages and some love.
Yeah,
That's cool.
Kat, the thing that would bother me slightly is like you're a lovely guy,
Yeah.
and you're very friendly and you're very charismatic and you've got a good heart and a good message. But what if some of these kids see you and go, "Damn, I want tattoos all over my face like that guy"?
Yeah, so I don't advertise tattoos at all.
Yeah.
This is just my journey. I started getting tattooed a lot when I was going through depression. But then I had a break and my life turned around. I changed many things and then got a clear mind, and now I think and look at life differently, and I decided to spread that with people.
And what was it that caused you to snap out or break out of the depression? Is it like a moment, or is it more of just a lifestyle over time?
It's funny because everyone's asking me this question now.
'Cause a lot
like,
of people
what is
do-
that moment?
Yeah, because a lot of people do suffer from depression. I guess they're going, how do I get out of this? And, you know, they can't see the end in sight.
Yeah, so I was suffering for a few years, and then almost ended up in jail in Australia because I left the country, but I took all my problems with me. And then I had to make a decision whether I wanted to keep suffering and living this life of struggle, or I wanted to turn it around and live the life that I knew I could live. And it took a long time. I had to stop watching TV, I stopped watching porn, I stopped using social media, I left all my friends behind, and things slowly got better, and the way I was thinking changed, the way I was talking to people changed, and I met the right people, and they gave me opportunities. And
Wow.
in the last 2 years, I've seen 13 countries and fallen in love. And
That's
Yeah. How do you find like getting through airport security and stuff? Does that present difficulties?
yeah, I always get stopped, but I have nothing to hide, you know. So
You're like, come on, read it. It's all really
Yeah, no.
positive stuff.
No, but if I was a customs guy, I'd say, well, it says look within, so I'm going to glove up. Bend over, big boy.
Kat, these tattoos are not cheap, and I imagine, like, do you know how much you're worth and your
Yeah.
body wise? How is it thousands and thousands of dollars?
yeah, so I've spent about $21,000.
Wow.
I was eating a lot of 2-minute noodles when I was younger.
yeah.
Wow.
yeah.
And is your whole body tattooed, even your back, or is it just your chest and your...
No, I got a lot of space.
You got a
Oh,
little
yeah.
bit of space
Keep
left.
going.
Yeah. Are you going to keep going, or are you complete now?
Yeah, so I want to finish my head off.
What do you mean exactly?
Where-
More words?
No, I'm finished with words.
Right.
So I want to get a couple of wolves on my head
Yeah.
and a mountain on the back of my head, and yeah,
What do the wolves represent? Is that the Feed the Courage wolf?
yeah.
Yeah, I love that slogan.
Yeah.
Do you guys know that slogan?
Oh, can you say it?
I love there's it's an old ancient Indian like proverb, and there's two wolves inside each of us. Like there's a positive wolf and the negative wolf, and they're fighting each other. But the wolf that survives will be the wolf that you feed.
Mm.
That's beautiful.
That's cool.
So you got to feed the
I love
courage
that.
wolf.
It's a really cool message, but I
That's right.
imagine it hurts when you're tattooing that on your head.
Yeah.
it
Which
does.
one's the most painful that you've had?
I think maybe the nipple.
Ooh, can
Oh,
we see
show
the
us your
nipple?
nip.
Yeah, it's black.
Oh, he's got the whole thing done.
Ay, ay.
Damn, that's brutal.
Yikes. All
Guys.
right.
And what about your, so you said you're in love, girlfriend, fiance?
Yeah, my
What?
partner, she's in the car.
Is she tatted up as well?
No, she just got one on her fingers, the same one as me. Metanoia. It's a Greek word. It means having a change of heart, change of mind. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
What was the hardest thing to give up? Because you mentioned you had like an alcohol problem and also a porn addiction.
Yeah.
What was out of all your issues that you had? What was the hardest thing to turn you
Probably
back on?
my friends,
Yeah,
because I was around them for many years, but we just kept going around in a circle, you know, always doing the same stupid stuff.
Mm.
So when I decided to change my life, I had to give them up for a while too.
What did you almost end up imprisoned for?
Public nuisance, not liking the police, but I didn't know why. It's just because people didn't like the police. If you're a cool guy, you're a gangster or whatever.
Yeah.
But now I respect everybody. I show respect to the police, to old people, kids, everybody.
Wow.
Yeah.
I think it's beautiful. I think you're a classic, almost walking metaphor of don't judge a book by its cover. And you know, if people were to walk by you, maybe people would think you were scary, or you know, maybe a criminal. I'm not. You know, you got tattoos on your face, but listening to you and talking to you, I think you're very inspirational. I think it's a brilliant message you're sending, and I think people do need to maybe look within with people and see people's personalities and what they're doing with their life, rather than how they look and what they want to put on their body.
Yeah, that's right. But we've quit our jobs at the end of December, me and my partner, and we're putting a lot of energy into this and all our money, and we're traveling around the country. I've gone and talked to principals at schools all over the South Island, and a school let me talk in front of 200 kids, and they were very impressed. And we've got a reference, so I'm going to go back to the South Island and talk to a few more schools. And we've got a radio interview at Radio 1 in April
Cool.
Where's Radio 1?
in Dunedin.
Oh, the student station.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Well, don't be advertising that. Currently, you're on the biggest breakfast show in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a surprise. I've never done this before.
Well, we didn't even have you booked. We just saw
You just
your
walked
reception,
in.
and you look like a fascinating guy. So we thought we'd get you in here.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
So what's the one message you want people to know?
Yeah,
when you leave?
I want them to know that they don't need to impress anybody. They should wake up and be grateful and make the most of every day, no matter what their situation is, what family they come from, what they look like. You can do what you want in life.
Great.
Cool, man. Well,
That's
it's
a
awesome to
great
have you
message.
in, Kat. And yeah, so pumped that you've turned your life around and you're doing something really cool with it.
Yeah, good for you. And I'm just stoked that you've got my name written on the left side of your neck. That's a wonderful gesture. Yes, it's got Dom written on
It's
the.
free.
Yeah,
it's free
it's
next
got
to it.
free on the left side.
Yeah, so
Oh, really? Oh, turn around.
freedom.
Oh, it is.
If you go to jail, though, it could still, you know, be really helpful.
From where Dom was sitting, he could only read the second bar to freedom.
Oh, I
so.
thought what a tribute.
Yeah. Hey, thanks, Kat.
Yeah, no worries.
Great to meet you, man. Keep spreading the good word.